thought that'd been locked in for a second, but we are still picking.
Yeah, right now considering the Kennen, I'm really excited to see Ivern specifically for MLXG. He's not a jungler who's super well known for his pathing, which Ivern really can empower and manipulate, but he is very well known for his ability to contest jungle camps, and no one does that better than Ivern because you simply cannot. If he has his smite up, you have to let it go or you have to fight him, and that's really a scenario that MLXG thrives in.
It's actually just worse than Nunu, and that's a Fiora locked in into the top lane for Flandre, so both of them get those carry top laners. And this will probably be a top lane that interacts a little more. Often we see these top lanes when you have a carry and then a tank and then they don't really do anything, but this could be an explosive matchup in the top lane, especially with MLXG and SOFM.
I'm going to take it away from the junglers. I know that we've got SOFM and we're MLXG and it's super exciting, but I want to take you down a trip down memory lane with me, Pulse, about Let Me and Flandre. So once upon a time in the LSPL, which is our secondary pro league, Let Me and Flandre were kind of like the two best top laners that weren't in the LPL yet. This is when Going was still running around and people were like, oh, you know, it'd be so cool to see these superstars coming up in the top lane, you know, face against the king himself Going. Flandre, Let Me, they get in at the same time.
He's kind of in two minds right now, but MXG has found them. Daisy comes up, Tank is locked in place, he's low on mana. SOFM has found Let Me with Flandre, but the Grand Challenge has been issued but backed away from. Tank will flash away into the Blast Plan, but also into a Shockwave. Just one more auto attack from Let Me will finish him off for first blood to RNG. SOFM doing the same on the top side. Hitting the Prey Seeker. The riposte goes wide, but he's being forced back into the enemy tower. This is pretty much the end of the line for Let Me. It just pretty much who's going to pick up the kill, and SOFM's just like, farming jungler, I will be taking this one. I farm top lane.
So the region means so much more.
I was going to have something about that, but there is a curtain call coming in from the side, and Tank is completely locked up. So much CC, so many roots. No way that Tank can get out. It's just a kill over to RNG, and this may be converted into mid lane.
I'm looking for a flank here. If Snake want to pull the trigger, now is the time to do so.
Towers down, but they're coming in from 4 different angles. There's a knockup from SOFM, but everyone is still kind of scattered. Most pulled into the team of RNG. That's 1 and 2 kills to RNG from that one. They just came in not quite at the right time.
With people like Let Me as they're actually chasing down Flandre. Will they get him? Does W connect?
Oh, nice riposte. That will maybe keep him alive. No, flashes burnt, and that was a lot of damage from the final crit. 500 damage right to the face. Flandre will go down.
But no one will ever question the mechanics of RNG. Like, even though this roster does have new pieces like Let Me, it still has that core of Xiaohu, MLXG, and Uzi, and those are some big names to have.
Uh-oh, Mint's being caught out. MLXG over the wall with Ming, who will get dragged back with the lantern, and Mo is body blocking. The bodyguard of the century saves his ADC. Probably the bigger thing. In all honesty, Hook goes wide, doesn't quite connect. Big knockup onto 3 people with the package on top of it. This could be an extremely good fight for Snakes. They run down RNG, but Tank is still behind the team, and they converge on him. He blows up one target onto Uzi. Lots of damage now completely off the table for RNG. Big arrow comes out, but it's Flandre caught out from Xiaohu, and that's a 2-for-1 in favor of RNG from a situation that looks so good for Snake.
And this
there is indecision from RNG. Flandre will finish this low health turret off. SOFM caught out. He just had that Guardian Angel, so it will take another one to take him out, but I don't think there's anyone there to really assist him. Maybe a lantern? Nope. Oh, Mid gets caught out by the recoil, blown up. Where did that damage come from? I think it was from Uzi, and Tank was off to the side trying to find a kill, but it's not going to come to fruition. In fact, Mo's caught out again by Xiaohu, and 3 kills to RNG. Now the Summoner's Rift is their oyster. Flandre's pushing bot lane.
But this is the saving grace, is the fact that Flandre has pressure on the inhib tower right now. So
how Daisy works.
I'm pretty sure it was Uzi.
It was actually Xiaohu and Let Me hitting him at the same time with all the damage that you're about to see now. Sombrero, SOFM up. Here comes the curtain call. He's trying to do the dancing shoe thing, but there's too many people there locking him up. So again, case in point, SOFM called out in the enemy jungle. He was considering recalling for a second, but he's going to stop. This is going to be the inhib again. I guess he's just trying to stop the Nexus from falling, but this is a wave that you could ride. Tank gets called out along with his support, and he'll also drop. Let Me just nails him with a shock blast. And now it's just too little too late from SOFM. Double redemption comes down, so interesting. And now he'll go in for this nice knockup, but there's no team there anymore. This is a 3 versus 5. Flandre comes in and tries to make the hero play. Can't even kill Uzi. And RNG will be closing in here. Pretty much the first game upset. 2 more kills as the last tower goes down and they move on to the Nexus. But this has just gotten cataclysmically wrong for Snake in this game. RNG finish off the tower, they finish off SOFM, he dies for his sins, they're on to the Nexus, and RNG will take game 1 as best of 3 against Snake.
We call this a shellacking. Some people would be like, why is Nautilus the counter to Maokai? Nautilus has shoving potential on Maokai. Maokai, it's really hard for him. Like, yeah, he can survive the lane and sit in it, but he needs to wait for more levels into his passive before he starts getting that sustain back. And so Nautilus is just going to push him under the tower and have push priority and open up space for his jungler. So that's why we really like seeing Nautilus into Maokai.
I think through recent days we've seen more counterplay. I'll touch on that in game, I guess, but there's a Syndra pickup in the mid lane. And Syndra was picked into Corki, which is funny as well because Corki was actually picked as a pick into Syndra for a little while people were trying to figure out how do we deal with Syndra if she makes it through picks and bans. So that was the final pickup there for Xiaohu.
And the cool thing for Corki and why he started appearing across from the likes like Orianna and the Syndra is because he can itemize into Hexdrinker really well, as well as he has a lot of safety in the lane, so he can kind of stay away from them. He can clear waves well, but he has that defensive itemization that not a lot of the other AP mages get, where he gets the instant Hexdrinker proc to survive their all-in burst. Really prioritizing the fact that they get the scuttle, because a lot of times, I mean, this is a possibility of timing that the junglers would run into each other. Oh,
Mo's found Ming coming back into the lane, and Uzi's doing what he can, but also MXG in the river, so he'll instant react, auto attack for the kill. First blood to Uzi, and Mint's getting chased down. Through blade connects, and he's thinking about tower diving before the flash was used by Mint. Oh, hook onto MXG all the way from Flandre, who uses ultimate onto Xiaohu as well, and SOFM's there. Last the Q onto MXG, wasn't quite the target he wanted, and the ult comes down, unleashed power, right onto SOM's face, and at me onto Flandre as well, rotating from the top lane. He'll flash over the wall, he wants his kill. After all of that tragedy he had to face in that lane, he'll feel real good taking down Nautilus. Favorites to probably 2-0 RNG.
On the oh, hold on.
Oh, Mint following after Mo. Hello? Where was that? What? He was in place and then we'll get punished by Uzi, who's quite happy to turn this one around. Now, we don't have a name for the duck, so that's what we need. So if any of you viewers are watching and have a name, that would be great, but we have a gang happening in the bottom lane. SOFM setting up onto Uzi. Fantastic spell shield, but may not be enough because Flandre, I put in click and I kill you. SOFM gets a kill in return. That'll be the first one on the board. Snake are here. This
adaptation from Snake to just pull the trigger on this one, see that Uzi's too far forward. They're looking for more.
Well, it's a good idea for Ming to wipe out the minion wave. MXG is here, and there's a lot of kills potentially open for him. He will take down Mo, but he doesn't yet have the resets, unfortunately. Otherwise, this would have been a field day for Kha'Zix, but in the end, it's a kill returned. Every time I see someone go into a bush, it's like, is a plaything setup?
He doesn't have ult. They're trying to hit Death Sentence. Spell shield.
Mo needs to do it. The flash, the flay. He's got the slow down. And good spell shield from Uzi once again. It'll just be some damage out from Min. But he goes through too deep. He gets the 1-for-1 trade though. So I guess well played in the end to Min. But I mean, it was just the assist going over.
And if I'm Uzi, I'm looking at Ming though, because I would have heal if I did not have to use it to save my support for getting caught. And Uzi would have survived that.
From mid tower.
First tower gold to RNG. He wasn't even looking at me.
Yeah. That one doesn't land, but there's lots of damage in return. Bullet time, full channel onto Mo, but Uzi will drop there with Mint. Mint was unable to help him, but MXG has arrived. SOFM is here, but he doesn't really want this fight. Let Me has TP'd into the bottom side, and that's just a 1-for-1 in the end, but Uzi is dead.
Caught by Let Me. Here comes the sneaky tree through the back door.
Oh, SOFM's already used his Q. There's one kick, but I mean, W's got to follow you wherever you go. Lands into safety. It was an auto attack following after Uzi, but there's a misfortune. Why is there a misfortune there? A kill goes down. Mint's getting followed after. The stun from behind. Complete pincer attack from RNG will result in 3 kills and most likely a Baron.
Like, screw that. Infinity Edge. He's got full, like his CDR and his crit are out of control right now.
It's just like, what champion am I playing? SOF, what? I mean, this is not a replay, folks. He's at the enemy Raptor camp again.
There's no Raptors. Pine, he will not assist. Like, he doesn't pass the baton off for someone else.
Yeah. Oh,
and
man.
He's gone again.
Bullet time coming out. He only just came out of the base, and Mo instantly dies. Let Me, not the person to initiate on. SOFM caught dead. Xiaohu with the kill. 2-0. And yet another push, and it was not going to work out in this time with 2 kills. RNG easily able to take out this tower on the hunt. They're chasing down Mint. The kill. There's the Sime Maokai combination. Tag down for the count. And that has just turned in from an inhib to potentially the game. But it's still worth noting why and how and what this has in terms of implications for the team, but I think right now it's more about what it has implications for this tower, because there is an engage going on. Alemi is slowly dying. Courage of the Colossus actually kept him alive for longer than I think his team was thinking, but that will prevent the push for the next 41 seconds. Time to redeem yourself. Can you get a pick on a good member? RNG, this is pretty much open ground. Uh-oh. That's a chain of corruption going wide. But SOFM, that was a lot of damage onto RNG, and it's made them think twice about an engagement.
Again, the backline damage threat from Snake's comp. Corki and Varus, they will shred you. A single, probably 2 arrows hits your backline, you have to back.
I'll say places not to recall for 100 points. Flandre is getting pushed out. That's an insta-kill onto the tank, but Ming is low. So is the rest of RNG. He'll drop down. Let me dragged into the team, but Mo's flinging him away. And SOFM is going in onto MLXG. He'll be forced to leap out. Tank called out, though. There is Unleashed Power off, on cooldown, rather. That'll be the flash from Let Me. Jumps onto the backline. And this has gone disastrously wrong for Snake. It looked so good for them, but they're dropping members like flies.
Fine. He is still relatively full health, and he's trying to stack up as many levels as possible, and he's caught on Gross.
He's called out once again on this camp, and this is the most free Baron of all time. Hunt used for a tower. Take that to the bank any day. I mean, someone's going to have to finish off this one. There we go. Let Me will be the hero that they need. Mo's being caught out. Let Me W onto his face. Flandre catches him out, and that's the bullet time raining down hell on the rest of the team of Snake. Tank called out, maybe the last savior. And SOFM, if anything else, he's going to duel his opposing jungler and show he is boss, but MXG has got him isolated, so...
He does have a creep wave, though. They have to kill him.
God, I just wanted this 1v1 to show myself. But MXG is saying, look, I have a team, and that's how you win video games. 24 kills to 6. RNG wiped the floor with Snake. 2 games to 0 in this set. I mean, pretty much against the odds. People were not expecting this 2-0 to happen, but RNG 2-0 over Snake.